I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopefully like Akim pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to you, Akim and Aqua, for listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Quad from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, To Know What Was in Thine Heart. Or to know what's in thy heart. Alright. And this is from Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter. Alright. If you want to know, how the Lord tests or why the Lord tests us, is to know what's in our heart, man. Ultimately the Lord knows, but we gonna know what's in our hearts, and then it's got to be played out. So I'm gonna get a few scriptures on that, the different tests. I'm gonna start at the top. This is Deuteronomy 8 in verse 1. So it says, all the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go and possess the land which Yahweh sware unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, all right, to humble thee and to prove thee and to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. All right. So you're getting put in a situation in the wilderness, all right, to prove you. Because mind you, you go back into this story. I mean, they could have been gotten to the land, man, but the Lord had them going in circles, if you will, in the wilderness for 40 years, man. And it was a proving ground. All right. So I wanted to get. Well, let me see what the word wilderness says. It just says wilderness, pasture, uninhabited land, wilderness. There's nothing really there, But as the scriptures say, that this is a dry and a thirsty land right now. So all the things that we going through right now, you can compare it to that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We're being tried, man, to see whether you're going to keep the Lord's ways or not. Because you got a lot of people, thinking that the Lord is tarrying. They endure for a while and then they fall off. Because they wasn't willing to keep the Lord's commandments under particular conditions, man. If everything is good, then they'll do it. But if they gotta really, show themselves, then you got a lot of people that will fall away. As a matter of fact, let me get this, friend. There was two scriptures that just popped in my mind. All right. But it said, this is Sirach and 12 and verse 8. It says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. All right. So that's when you're going to truly see how people is, man. And if you prosperous, everybody, going to love you. But the moment you down, you're going to see people's true colors, man, who is still there. And it's the same thing now. Are you a friend of the Lord? It says, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. And that's why even wisdom, it says, wisdom try you by crooked ways, man, to see what if you're really down or not, man. Are you willing to suffer for the Lord? This is Sirach 4. And I'm going to start at verse 16. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and shew him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. All right. And it's the same thing, Lord and wisdom. All right, they go hand in hand. All right. Let me go back to Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter. So as you can see, these is things. Oh, that was the other scripture. All right. Because I was comparing it to where we at now. Babylon the Great, man. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Sir. This is, damn. Yeah, I think it says letter of Jeremiah. So right after Baruch, or some of it says Baruch, like the 6th chapter. All right. But it says a copy of 1:1. It says a copy of an epistle which Jeremiah sent unto them which were to be led captives into Babylon by the king of the Babylonians, to certify them as it was commanded him of the Most High. All right. Now you look up that word certify. I'm going to the Etymon online. All right. And it says to declare the truth of, also to vouch for or confirm. All right. So we're being confirmed, man. Remember, this is the Lord is trying us and proving us for himself, man. So that we can be right or ready for his uses, man. And what is that? To be rulers in the world to come. All right. It says make certain, witness the truth, to certify, to make certain, fixed, sure. All right. And so that's a part of the reason why we here in Babylon, man. We get being proved. All right. Now let me go back to Deuteronomy, because I wanted to get that. It was the wilderness, and then to humble thee. Aina. All right. It says humble. It says to be afflicted, to be depressed, be downcast. So you gotta go through these different things. You're not in that same estate that you once was. Okay. I want to see student 8. Which one they want to point to? 8 and 3. Okay. Yeah, it says to afflict as a discipline, God agent. All right. That's what we going through, man. This is how the Lord is disciplining us. Let me see. It's a beautiful thing, man, because we've been proven. At least we got the opportunity. I always liken it to a sport. Tryouts. Not everybody can even try out, man. So the concept of affliction is a form of discipline. That's a thing that the Lord uses to test us, man. So we're gonna go through challenges, through hardships. This is how you grow. This is how you learn. This is how you develop your faith, man. So the Lord is just testing us, man, testing out and strengthening our faith through afflictions. We got to rely more deeply upon the Lord, and that's the whole thing about it. Like when they was in the wilderness, you didn't get the different options to eat certain things. You got to eat what the Lord said to eat, and eat a certain amount. Remember, he told you to throw the rest out. And then you got this one dude that, showing a lack of faith, want to gather up a whole bunch of the food, man. As if the Lord wasn't going to supply it. You see? What else? Spiritual growth. You experience difficulties. It's going to help you develop the patience. Resilience, man. And then you're just being corrected, man. Certain things that you're doing that's off. The Lord is purging that out of you, man. Similar to like how a parent corrects us, man. We got to pay for our, sins so that we know that it's not the right thing to do. So a corrective agent. And it's just to show a greater purpose. So now that was humble, and then prove. Nasa. It says to test, try, prove, tempt, assay, put to the proof or test. All right. Now, this scripture that I don't think I was done on Deuteronomy. Let me keep going. Yeah, it says, I'm going to read verse 2 again. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee and to know what was in thine heart. You see that? And to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth. Let me see. Out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live. So now, see, he's teaching you to rely on him. You know, you don't live by bread alone. You live by the words of the Lord, man. You know, thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so Yahweh thy power chasteneth you. Okay? So simple and plain, man. You know? Now, the scripture, that's what I was going to say. The scripture that's on the screen, this is from Proverbs. All right? Hold up. Proverbs, the 17th chapter. And we'll get that. Proverbs 17 and verse 3. It says, the finding pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but Yahweh trieth thy hearts. Trieth the hearts. And you can see it, you know, another version. The fire tests silver, heat tests gold, but the Lord tests our hearts. You see? And the whole objective, you know, of this lesson, you know, is just to understand how the Lord is going to use these trials and temptations, all right, to reveal the true intentions of our hearts, man, to strengthen our faith and our integrity. This is how he does it. So you got people, they say it all the time, the Lord knows my heart. They don't even understand these different things. Yeah, and it's going to be made manifest when these different tests come down to play. Mainly the MOTB. This is what I was thinking about. You know, the MOTB is going to be that trial that the whole world is going to have to face. Now, you going to see whose side you really on. At the end of the day, it has to happen like this so you can see, you know, what team you fighting for, I should say. Now, that's Revelation 3. Let me see. Yeah, Revelation 3 verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? The hour of temptation is going to come to try everybody that's upon the earth. You know? See, because people can say they believe in the Lord and all this and that, all they want. But it's going, at that point in time, your actions is going to show you who you truly believed in. Did you fear the Lord who told you not to do it? Or did you fear man who said that if you don't do it, you won't eat? That's what the lesson that he just was, when we read in Deuteronomy, you know, that man should not live by bread alone, but by all the words of the Lord. This is why the righteous man have to live by faith and not by sight, you know? Because Esau, they going to make it seem like, yo, if you don't do this, man, you gonna die. But that's just showing you that you trust in this dude. Like that's real. It's not no higher power that's gonna really bring this man down. As if he can that wickedness is gonna be able to reign and he's gonna be able to fulfill his dream. No, you gotta stand up for righteousness, man. And that's why this thing is coming, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, you'll be all right. You know, but it's proving your faithfulness, man. You know, the Lord said if you keep his word, then he going to keep you from the hour of temptation, man. You know? So those people that's already demonstrating that faithfulness to him and they do it at the end, that's why you got to endure it to the end. That's who the Lord is going to save, man. You know? So that trial is going to be the trial that's going to truly authenticate the real from the fake All right? That's the true believers right there, man. Okay? What else do I want? I mean, it was many different tests throughout the scriptures, man. When we mentioned the Israelites in the wilderness, you know, they was facing hunger, they was facing thirst, and a lot of them wanted to go back to Egypt, man, because it was easier for them, you know. But that those different trials is what it exposed, you know, how their lack of faith. The majority of them their lack of faith, man, you know, and meaning they didn't truly rely on the Most High, you know. Yeah, this Abraham, our forefather Abraham, he was tested, you know, with Isaac, to sacrifice Isaac. There's just many different Yahushua, his temptation, you know. There's many different stories, man. Okay, but if you endure to the end, then you've been proved. What's that? James. James 1. Come on, man. All right, that's cool. This is James 1 verse 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life." Now, if you read Revelation 3 and 11, it says, you know, let no man take thy crown. You know, because you gotta actually endure until the end. You gotta make it. You gotta pass the test, man. The majority of people that's gonna fail the test, they're gonna be shown that they wasn't pure silver or gold. You know, it says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." If you love him, you're gonna do what he say. You're gonna keep his commandment. All right. "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempt he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed." Okay? So, essentially, man, those verses is pretty much showing that, you know, you're going to be blessed when you endure these temptations, man. You know? And we got an eternal reward after us. You got to really believe that in order for it to do it, man. Okay? The other one, 1 Peter 6. Not 6. I think it's 1 Peter 1 in verse 6. Just thinking if I want to read up. But that's cool. I'm going to get straight to the point. This 1 Peter 1 verse 6, it says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach." All right, and that's, you know, again, making it till the end, passing that test. That's how you pass the test. You got to actually endure it. You know? It's not an impossible thing, man. You know, you do what the Lord say, then you gonna make it, man. But you gotta trust in His word. All right, you get a couple more. I'm gonna close. What is it? 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. I'm gonna start at verse 12 first. It says, "Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." All right. So the Lord is assuring us, man, you know, that the temptation is going to be manageable. You know, it's going to feel like it's unimaginable, you know, or unmanageable, but He's going to give us a way to escape, man. He's going to provide escape routes, man, you know, for us to be able to uphold Him. He's not going to completely leave us wanting. You know, that's another one in the Apocrypha. Who trusted in the Lord and was forsaken. You know, let me get that. Sirach 2. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to go up a little higher. You know, hey, I'm gonna start at the top. Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So you're supposed to prepare your soul. You know, you're supposed to prepare your mind for this. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. All right. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Okay? Wait for the Lord's mercy, man. It's going to come. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. And here's the point. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. All right. That's pretty much the point that I wanted right there. All right, now. Yeah. That whole book is what I was going to get anyway, you know. But serving the Lord is going to come with different trials. All right, it's going to come, but you know, with different temptations. But you gotta, you know, what we doing as part of this video is you urging you, exhorting you to endure those different trials, man. You know, remain steadfast. You know, and just embrace the growth that's going to come from these different adversities, man. You know, the spiritual growth first and foremost. All right. I mean, I think that's pretty much the lesson that I wanted to touch on, man. You know, hey, think of the different stories. You know, Daniel in the lion's den. You know, Joseph, story of Joseph, man. All right. You know, we just being proved, man. All right, and we going through a refinement process. You know. These different trials is nothing but a refining process, just like gold, you know, being purified. All right. And different people, you know, it's not only is it for the righteous to be revealed, but for the wicked to be revealed. All right. The ones that's not truly believers, man. So it has to come. All right. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKadosh. So the next one I want to say, Shalom.